Alright. This is our, third attempt at recording this commentary now? Doing it post-game. After Audacity crashed on us the first time. So...
Forcible oral sodomy. Oh, hello. Thanks for joining us.
Your mind is in this, I can tell. Is that possible?
It is a legal term. There's a case
Ah.
I read in the story which had that term. Look it up. It's not... My mind went to a very dark place when I heard that term. It's not as dark as you think.
Okay.
Because you think sodomy. Okay. I know what that is.
Yeah.
Oral sodomy? But no, it's not what you're thinking. But it is.
I don't
crime.
know. Both ways you could think of it are not good.
This is a very special episode of Let's Get Jiggy with Dark Souls.
Yeah.
As I don an anarchy mask.
Yeah.
Now I don an anarchy hat.
Yes. The fashionable anarchist.
The upper echelon of the anarchists wear sorcerer hats.
Yeah.
In the long line of behind-the-scenes technical glitches we have encountered, this is probably the greatest so far. We lost the commentary track, our first commentary track.
Yeah, which we recorded live early morning.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good.
That's the tragedy.
Yeah.
I thought it was particularly pithy.
I think we were both tired and waking up as we were going along.
I was a little hungover.
Yeah. It was good. It was a good alchemy of different elements.
Yeah.
But
this affords us the opportunity to try out this. I think it's the more popular method in the community of this kind of videos. What's called a post commentary.
Yeah.
Where you play the game and then you do the commentary track after, which affords me the opportunity to not have to try and play and talk at the same time.
Yeah, I think that's why people do it. I think people also do it because it's easier to just get the whole technical side worked out, as we found out.
Mm-hmm.
If you're running a game and the recording software and Steam and Audacity, the sound recording software, glitches tend to happen. My computer's not super old, but it's a couple years old now, and I guess these things just happen. But what are you gonna do?
Here we are, though.
Yeah. So
it should prove to be a more entertaining commentary, I suppose.
Who knows?
If we have, at least for me, I don't have to. I can just sit back and relax, drink some Ryan Coke, and enjoy.
Yeah, I remember. A lot of times when we do live commentary, there's moments where I'm just talking and then something happens to you and you just swear.
Mm-hmm. I don't listen to you most of the time.
Yeah, I know. I'm well aware of that, and I try to adjust. But we'll see how this goes, see what the reaction is. I think we'll continue to do live commentary regardless, but if this goes well, it'll be just nice to know that if unforeseen problems do happen with the live commentary, it'd be good to know that post-commentary is possible. That we kind of went into this with the idea that one of the sort of things we get out of it is just taking on a new technical project that neither of us had done before.
Yeah, I'm hoping now. We both learned the editing part of this together, but you have taken it on to do it yourself. Because, you need to delegate tasks and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I would
computer, and it's just easier.
Yeah, but I would like to, at some point, see if we can up the ante a bit with our.
I was thinking the same thing, and I was thinking over the break, which I think we probably will not have a new episode just because of difficulty.
Well, we should talk about what we're gonna do.
Yeah, but I was hoping to work with some, just experiment with the editing, and we don't have we're using a free software that uses scripts to do editing rather than like one of those iMovie type things. Where there's all
Adobe
these,
Premiere.
There's no
Sony Vegas.
There's no user interface. It's just lines of code.
But it makes it so it's not taxing on the computer at all, because you're just dealing with the text file, where it's already taxing enough to have these huge files.
Exactly.
But there are things you can do there are fancy scripts to...
There are, and I'm going to try to...
Yeah.
You know,
at the moment, all we have is a fade in, fade out.
Yeah, which is...
hard enough as it is.
Yeah, it took us a while to figure that out. I'll experiment over the break. It's hard to do all this and other things and keep up 2 episodes a week and also experiment. But maybe over the break we'll try some stuff.
Do you want to do like a something for the break? Maybe just record some other... Take a break from Dark Souls?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
We could go back to the Charles Barkley game. Maybe.
Yeah, this thing is...
Something easy, and just record a bit and then put it in 2 parts and just give it to the people.
Like, when would we record that, though? Because we'll be apart for a lot of it.
So I'm leaving on Saturday.
I'm leaving on Friday.
So instead of doing a Friday episode...
You mean like when we record on Wednesday?
Maybe we can still do a Friday episode and then also record
something else.
Yeah, I mean, maybe even make it like a... so it doesn't take up as much space. Just do a lower quality game. We don't need to run it at such high resolution and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a retro game. Maybe you could take control.
Yeah.
See how easy it is for you, Nick.
Just the thing is, all the games that I play are kind of just boring to watch.
Well, it'd be a fish out of water scenario if you played one like a roguelike or something. Oh, well, no. I was going to say Dwarf Fortress, but it actually is very taxing on. And the first part of that game is just waiting for that to build the world.
This is where you got hit by the trap.
Yeah.
You knew it was coming because they don't just leave an item.
I knew there was a trap. It was an obvious trap location, but I didn't know how it was going to go down. What I should have done, in retrospect, was quickly run in and run out. But it didn't kill me.
Yeah, but these blobs, they take a lot of hits and are annoying, but they don't seem to really do too much damage. Even when they land on you, you still have a good third of your health left. As long as you take them slow, they're fine. And they drop green Titanite, which is useful for our build because it upgrades divine
weaponry. Right? But
yeah. So we were talking about like what game would we play?
Yeah.
I prefer not to spend money on the game because
no,
I've already bought this game.
Get some like maybe like some Commodore 64 game or something. You know?
On an emulator, you mean?
Actually, yeah. And we've done a PlayStation 2 emulator.
Yeah.
And it was actually very hard for us to do that.
PlayStation 1 emulator, yeah.
Or PlayStation, yeah.
I'm kind of thinking I'll try to find a PC game.
Yeah.
That's free. There's like a lot of free-to-play PC games.
You know, I really want to play Hotline Miami. But I know that...
You want to buy it?
Kind of. But I mean, it'd be on your computer, right?
Yeah.
We'll take a look. That's a fun game.
Okay.
We'll bandy this around a bit.
Yeah, maybe if you are listening to this before Wednesday, which hopefully you will be if we can get this up by Tuesday.
Another butcher.
Yeah.
Coming at me. Don't kill me, bro. That hurt.
I remember you using the "don't blank me, bro" quite a bit during this section. And I was wondering if that was still a relevant reference.
No, it's not.
Well, you were hungover. It was early morning.
I enjoyed saying it, though.
I enjoyed hearing it.
I think I backstabbed this guy.
Yeah.
Or this lady.
Apparently, it's in an interview that these are lady butchers.
Well, I'll talk to a guy later who mentions her as a she.
Yeah.
But,
So anyway.
Any hoozle? What are you up to, Nick?
Well, as we said, we can talk about our holiday plans. We're both heading home for a couple days.
Yep. going back to Brock Vegas. Nick was going back to Beantown.
A-Town, specifically.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
That was a very popular nickname during the Atlanta, rap boom of the early 2000s when I was in high school. But,
not very imaginative.
No. I like Brock Vegas as a nickname a lot better.
A little history lesson on my hometown.
Okay.
Brockville is the actual name.
Very interesting.
City of 1,000 Islands. It's actually only like 27,000 people. But it was Upper Canada's, I want to say it's the first incorporated city. By today's standards, it would not be a city. It's too small.
Yeah.
But we were grandfathered in. It's more of an honorary title. And we were bigger than Toronto, bigger than Kingston, bigger than Ottawa. And then we just kind of stagnated. And have continued to stagnate. There's a reason why I'm not living there anymore.
Such luminaries as yourself moving away.
Yep. But, Sir Isaac Brock, it was named after. Not the Modest Mouse frontman, but the hero of the Loyalist Rebellion. Or something.
Loyalist Rebellion?
No, Loyalist Insurrection.
By nature, Loyalists cannot be in rebellion.
You're right.
They were...
Loyalist...
The War of 1812 against...
No, there was some Loyalist thing... incident that occurred.
Was he a loyalist?
I don't know. Loyalism was involved.
Yeah, I managed to completely avoid Canadian history in my university.
We should stop to listen to this.
Oh, please.
Help him out, Mike. Come on.
I'm taking my time.
There you are. You must have.
I like all these floating barrel pieces too.
I like how I roll into his barrel and it doesn't phase him. His barrel just falls away from him.
Thank you. I would have been at supper without you. Been eaten alive. I shudder to think. Thank you. Thank you dearly. I am Laurentius. Or the Great Swamp. I will not forget my debt to you.
I like how, as well...
Yeah.
Oh, hello there.
Seems like the only viable industry left in this place is Cooperage.
Yes. Barrel.
And he must be super pissed that I'm rolling into all his barrels.
Also, table makers like right there.
Mm-hmm.
Or those benches.
Oh, you know who came to America as a Cooper, and then went on to great infamy?
Who's that?
Pinkerton. John Pinkerton? You know the Pinkerton Agency?
Yeah, they suppressed labor unrest.
Well, so here's an interesting thing. So this guy, Pinkerton, I think he was Scottish, came to America. He was a cooper by trade.
Yeah.
And then during the Civil War, he foiled an assassination plot on Abraham Lincoln.
Okay.
And then Abraham Lincoln took him on as his bodyguard for the rest of the war. And he gained a lot of notoriety from that. And then he started the Pinkerton Detective Agency.
Yeah.
Cool. And he developed a lot of cutting-edge like spy techniques, basically a lot of undercover techniques, and basically the modern private investigation and spy. Maybe not the modern spy, but a lot of early techniques of spying and investigating were developed by him. And he was actually very much on the side of the labor unions. He in a lot of his memoirs, he wrote in favor of them. He was a little distrustful of the labor unions, but he was very much for the workers.
Yeah.
I mean, back in maybe he was Irish. Back in Scotland or Ireland, wherever he came from, he was involved in labor unions and that sort of worker revolts. But then he died, and the people who took over his company, his agency, started...
You're going to get surprised again.
Yeah.
You always do.
So the people who took over the agency started getting into the line of work of crushing the skulls of the workers in labor disputes.
Yeah.
It's ironic that his work was twisted.
And it's also his name, like...
Yeah.
Especially because his name is attached to it. I didn't know that.
And that's what they're most known for now.
Yeah, like that's what I think of them as.
Yeah.
Just going into coal mine strikes and railroad strikes and beating everyone up until they go back to work.
I mean, it's not like they were totally altruistic agency under...
No, of course not, but...
He was definitely sympathetic towards them.
I think being distrustful of labor unions while being sympathetic to their ideals and the people that they serve is pretty...
pragmatic?
Yeah.
You know, Canada has, at least at one time, I think it probably still does, it has the most strikes per year
well,
of any
one
country.
going
More
on
than
tomorrow.
Greece, more than, yeah. Which I never really thought of, but growing up, there's like a teacher strike.
There's one tomorrow.
My dad, his OPSU had a strike. It's like some government workers.
Ontario Public Services.
Something like that. It's a pretty common occurrence.
Yeah. Yeah, I can feel for both sides in this current strike in Ontario, but at the same time, you know, yeah, I think both sides have points. That's all.
I do know the union bosses are often very corrupt.
Yeah.
I feel for I think unions are a good, in principle, very good thing to have.
Yeah.
Workers' rights. I wish I had my own.
Yeah.
My job is not.
They're one of those things that, like, there's no real better way that we found to advance those goals. So we just you just have to deal with the corruption.
It just happens. If there's a system of power and authority, it will become corrupt. Don't go down that hole.
Careful there, Mike. Yeah, you took this slowly, which is good. This area is like very booby trapped. It's really like the start of
I think I was contemplating jumping over that. If you think about just the idea of jumping into a role, I don't think I could do that. And then doing so while in a suit of armor, while wielding a shield and a mace. Honey Boo Boo does not get enough credit for her agility.
I agree.
Maybe she does, but I don't hear it.
Well, I'm giving her credit right now. But I think this area is interesting in the world because it's the first area where not only are the enemies out to get you, but the actual architecture of the area is like actively hostile to you. And I think that continues through most of the rest of the game. But this is really your first
taste.
Yeah. This is where we fought the giant rat.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you heard from some viewer that we fought this rat with no honor because you hid in the hallway and hid it while it couldn't get you.
Wait, who told you that?
I won't reveal my sources, but she has a lot of sway with me.
How? You show her
She watched the video.
Before it was.
It's been up for a while.
No. Oh, you're right. That was not in this.
That was episode
totally
10.
last episode.
That was episode 10.
Listen.
And I told her, I said, there's no honor in Dark Souls.
When you fight a giant rat, you do it your own way. And if you want to go out and take it head on, be my guest. So. My condolences to your family. But I'm in. I don't want to die. Exactly. There's no honor among rats.
Yeah.
They're hiding in crates.
Yeah, he's gonna
jump out at me.
I think you forgot about the one there. Like, does he get you again? Oh no, you don't go. Okay. Yeah, so there's no honor in Dark Souls. The enemies don't help you. Oh, that's the guy that curses you.
Go away.
He was stuck behind a door there. I just noticed. But,
there's some good items in that area, but it's not worth getting cursed over.
Yeah. What happens in cursing is you die, and then instead of coming back at the bonfire with your health restored, you come back with half health.
Yeah, and then you can continue. If you get cursed again, you'll have a quarter health, and then 8 health.
Yeah.
It's bonkers.
And you have to buy an item with souls.
Yeah. Which if you didn't know about, you could very well just have to go through the whole game without.
Yeah. I do think that's kind of one of those things, though, where the developer will assume that either you're paying attention or more likely you will go on the internet.
Yeah.
Because I notice a lot of games now, they just don't have help in-game or have manuals or anything like that, because they know there's an FAQ as soon as the game is released on the internet.
I don't even like the manuals for the help. I like the manuals for the.
I know.
I think pictures and the Donkey Kong Country. The Donkey Kong Country manual.
Of that.
There would be no story of Donkey Kong Country if you didn't have that manual. There was plenty of games in those days.
I completely
agree. Only story exists in the manual.
All the StarCraft manual, Warcraft. Those are all, I loved those as a kid.
All those PC game manuals were 1,000 pages long.
Yeah, because the giant box,
I like how commercials for WoW show a box.
You can still buy the box.
But no one does that. Unless someone's parents.
You can still buy the box. People still get it because there's a collector's edition.
I guess so.
But and also because WoW players a lot of them have just been playing for years, so they're more used to it. But when that new expansion came out, there was first reports saying that its sales were disappointingly low. Mm-hmm. But then they revealed that they were only counting boxed sales from major retailers.
Ooh, they got there you go. I did not know that one was coming. You kind of know if there's an open area and nothing's there, you have an idea something should be happening, but you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, they were only counting physical box sales when there was way more digital sales than ever in any previous expansion for the game, and so it just shows you how quickly the market's changing. I didn't buy the box for this. I don't think they even released a PC box for this.
I don't know. I would doubt it.
I really doubt it.
Steam is coming out with a console of their own.
Oh, there's your first green Titanite shard.
Yeah, the only green Titanite shard I've gotten as of now.
Steam console of its own?
Yeah. Basically a gaming PC, but a cheap one. And it's,
all right.
It's going to have, Steam functionality.
I know that'll
big
have
picture
an appeal.
mode.
I think I'll always have to stick with just a PC.
I'm at a point now where I'm starting to realize if every console game gets ported, every good one gets ported to PC, and PC at this, and even after the next generation, the rumors are the next generation of consoles are going to be akin to a mid-range PC.
Right
up
now,
today.
Probably akin to this computer.
Yes.
Which was high-end in 2010.
Exactly. But PCs at the moment are a high-end one is light years ahead of what you see on the 10-year-old consoles now, 6-year-old.
No, not 10. The 2006, I think. Okay. Let's see what this guy has to say.
Aye, Shemai, and good day to you. I'm Donald of Xena. I'm just a peddler of sort. I adore trinkets and oddities, so I trade for them. I'm afraid I don't see anything here.
Not much.
Yeah.
Not much at all.
We'll see him again.
Oh, yeah. Faux show.
It's just the only thing to consider about the PCs being so much better is they're so much better if you have over $1,000 to spend.
Yeah.
Now that said, it is better, and you can do more than gaming on them.
And with gaming, is now a lot of controller functionality.
Yeah.
Because the mouse and keyboard system, I know it's good for
some games,
shooters and strategy games, but a game like this, you need a controller. And these are the games I like to play more than the point and click.
And even PC RPGs, which I've always liked, used to have not necessarily turn-based combat, but you target it and then you press a hotkey, then it casts a spell on it, and then it rolls the dice whether you hit or miss. But they're moving towards action combat now, and which is kind of awkward on a mouse, awkward and slow. But I think as everyone has a controller for the PC.
It's becoming much more relevant to my tastes. And the thing with Steam and this new Steam console, I think part of the reason they're including this console is to encourage developers who put their games on Steam to, number one, have big picture mode where you can play it on, you can hook your PC up to your TV.
Yeah, that's another thing that holds a lot of people back from PC gaming, is that they don't want to sit in their room staring at their monitor. They want to sit on their couch with their friends playing.
And secondly, it encourages them to have controller functionality.
Yeah. Both of which I think are positive improvements. Even though I don't necessarily always want to play with the controller or on the TV, I want that option. And I think for someone like you who tends to have more console-style tastes, that would be really good.
Yeah.
So do you think you would get the new PC?
At this
new
point,
PC, or would you get the Steam console when it comes out?
At this
assuming
point,
it's like a $500 similar.
I
to
think
an
so.
Xbox.
Yeah, I think so. At this point, I don't know because my laptop is on its last legs. So I'm going to need something. I have no idea. I have so many directions at this point to go into.
Yeah.
The tablet direction, the tower PC direction, another laptop. So I don't know. But if I'm considering PC gaming, then tower.
Yeah.
PC,
If you really
gaming
want a PC
desktop
game,
would be the way
like
to go.
hardcore.
Yeah. And it's not even that. You don't have to go crazy. You can go crazy and spend, $20,000 or something on it.
Well, not 20,000.
But, yeah, you know what I mean.
You can spend like 4,000, and that would be like.
There are video cards though that are like
Yeah.
$8,000.
But I'm just telling you, this came with a video card,
Yeah.
and this PC was 1,000-ish, I think, a couple of years ago.
But you can get a reasonably priced PC built if you build it yourself.
Yeah.
Which is a whole nother.
Yeah, it's a whole other thing to tackle. But even if you don't, that's
Anyway, I'm contemplating.
just wait, I'd say, for now.
Yeah. See what everyone's going to bring to the table next year.
Yeah, see how the Windows 8 tablets go.
Mhm.
See how Windows 8 itself goes, because I assume if you get a PC, you would have that. All right.
Moment of silence.
Enough of our chitter chatter. This is where things get real.
Serious jibber jabber ahead.
While we wait for you to.
I wonder what we were talking about here.
You were probably trying to get
Freaking
the
out about
courage.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
Courage, Mr. Pretty bad looking water.
Well, this is.
Think, oh, that's not too big. Good Komodo dragon. Wait a second. Shit just got real.
His huge hands.
Look at his gaping maw.
This is definitely a step up from the previous bosses. Like, who were also scary, but oh my god. I think this is one of the scariest bosses in the game.
Rows upon rows of teeth. This isn't one of the only actual dragons in the game.
Yeah.
But it's like a zombie dragon.
One of two, I'd say, right?
Yeah, because Gwyn, the lord of this world,
Lord of Sunlight.
yeah, he just killed all the dragons.
See, this is your
shit.
mistake. You got cornered immediately.
Well,
you should have gone left.
I was not sure what this guy's
You tried
deal
going
was.
left here,
Mhm.
and then
Good idea. Yeah, he's on his haunches. And then, oh my god. Run.
Yeah, he really plays with the lock-on mechanic here, because you're locked onto him, and then he goes up, and then you're like, the camera's all messed up, and you gotta do something like that.
So this is why you'd want live commentary.
Yeah.
Because this is way more exciting if you hear my reactions at the time.
I was doing my...
That's bullshit. That did not hit it. Like that, his tail is right there. I remember this last time. I had to look up because if you knock his tail off, you get a special axe, which I'm not going to use.
Oh yeah.
But that's which is why I didn't care too much about it. But there's a certain spot you have to hit.
The axe is cool looking, but yeah. Because the enemies don't give you any breaks, so you gotta take any breaks. See, that was, you were still locked on, so your camera was all messed up, and then his foot got you. And you hadn't unlocked the shortcut, so it was a rough time. You are not happy.
I'm not happy now.
Having to relive it all over again. Trauma.
I was on Amazon.ca
Okay.
today, looking for Christmas presents. Which after this I'm gonna go actually buy everything.
So what are you getting me?
You wait and see. Lump of coal. My dad actually got my mom a lump of coal one Christmas. It was like from a wreck of a ship.
Oh.
She did not find it funny, funny at all.
That's a real McDonald thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Or a McDonald man.
My dad is much less sardonic as me, but he does have
I can see where you get it, though.
those kinds of episodes.
Well, I think he's learned in his years to temper his... Oh, he got you again. He's learned to temper his sardonicism.
Anyway, so I was on Amazon.
Yep.
Looking for... I shouldn't say what I was looking for because it's Christmas gifts. But I also found this. It was a book called. It was a Legend of Zelda, like Encyclopedia of Hyrule or something it was called.
Yeah.
And it's like a hardcover illustrated history of Hyrule.
Oh.
It has like one of the things with Zelda is that it is.
So he doesn't fall down.
Yeah.
He's too fat.
So there's always been a question among fans of if the continuity of the series.
Yeah.
And Nintendo has always said, yeah, it's one universe, one canonical universe. And there's been lots of fan theories. But with the last game, they came out with like a canonical official timeline.
Okay.
So this includes that in the book, and it has stuff from Miyamoto, stuff from the art director. It's just like an almanac, encyclopedia of the Zelda universe, and it was really
Nice slide.
really cool. So I may buy that for myself.
Big Zelda fan.
I mean,
Sounds
Majora's
cool.
Mask would be kind of fun. But we'll talk about that later.
Maybe I'll bore everyone with my grand strategy games.
Yeah. Have you done all your Christmas shopping, Nick?
I did. I got it all done in one day.
Wow. I need to get on it.
Yeah. Luckily, my work ends in the afternoon on Friday, so I was able to get it all done, not on the weekend. Still pretty packed, though. But,
Yeah, yes, I'm gonna hopefully do it all online. Maybe I'll get pad out some of the less expensive gifts with some books or something. Here we go, second round.
Yeah.
Can I do it? Who knows? So you'd think that would knock it, but this is not knock the tail off.
No.
But it is the only because he's so long.
I think it's like halfway down the tail.
You really have to attack him at his butt.
Yeah.
He's too much running to get to his front, and then he does that. Wary of.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of different attacks, but once you figure them out,
Once you get him to do that, like what an idiot! Just keep running that way. I guess because he's so deformed, he can't see very long. So he
Yeah.
just hears where you are and then runs that way.
And-
But then he stops for a good second, and then he props himself up, and then he'll jump. So run away because he's going to jump. Or if you run farther enough away, he'll revert back to the long mode and then run at you.
this is just terrifying.
Also really fast just by walking. Like I can barely escape him running away.
Ooh. There was some frame rate problems there.
Right.
But yeah,
Or she.
she?
No?
I mean, you can understand why it is doing its like
Run.
forward thing, because it's so huge. He even catches you, I believe, with his feet. Oh my god. Or with its entire body. Luckily, it was a glancing blow and you didn't die. Yeah, it's looking rough for you. I think you came in with only 4 Estus.
Oh, I'm very proud I was able actually later on to use my talisman in fight.
Yeah,
First.
multiple times.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for that. Yeah, that was continue
Ballsy.
your tradition of like messing with the boss. Every single boss you've done.
I didn't do it for
something.
fun. I did it because I had no choice.
I know, but it just.
I ran out of
pretend,
Estus.
pretend like you did it for like just because you were so good
Oh,
at the game.
he also swipes his tail. Luckily, that was the only time he actually did that. But if he was smart, he would just do that every time, and I would be dead.
So I think you weren't blocking there because it didn't take off any stamina. Or just
I
maybe
wasn't
just,
blocking because that was the only time to hit him. So you have to take a gamble that he's not going to do that.
See, he catches you with your feet,
Yeah, it does a couple times.
and then you gotta drink.
Bullshit. Totally contact made.
Yeah, I remember the first time you did this boss in your previous game. You like using your master key. You skipped all of the deaths,
Yeah, I didn't do this until a very late game.
so it was really easy. For
Yeah.
you, as I recall, it wasn't easy, but like
Well, one hit took off like an eighth of a second.
yeah, you only hit it a couple times on one hit.
I don't think that should happen.
Yes.
chipping away.
You didn't go very far though.
So if you,
see, I don't know what. You just stopped running there.
I think there's often like controller issues where I'll be trying to press the run button and they just won't. Oh, and he starts belching that.
So it hit you there. Oh, it hit you a little bit. And
I think it'll poison me probably if I get into it.
It knocked you back. Yeah. But you're out of Estus now.
Yep.
And you haven't even taken on Pathfinder.
I wasn't sure how. Yeah.
This was looking bad for you at this point. I was doing my little screams of fear.
I was trying to block.
You were swearing a lot.
Again. Another problem is that when you lock onto it, it locks on to much farther ahead on its body, so it's harder to get to his butt. He's having some problems of his own right now.
Puke. This probably wasn't good for you to see when you were hungover.
Yeah. Probably not.
But you made it through. Somehow.
I got a good system going right now, though. I'll just wait for him to do that. He'll run forward.
Yeah. Bosses in this game are hard, but
you gotta stay focused. You gotta stay calm and collected.
And I think for you, the hardest ones are just the ones where there's multiple bosses in one area.
So you're all done exams?
Yeah.
That's the question I normally ask at this time of year.
But as of over a year ago, I'm done with exams, so I still have dreams though that I've like totally missed class and like failing a course and I need to take the test. I haven't studied. As you said, I have very typical dreams.
Pedestrian
dreams.
I had a dream, which I told you about a little while ago, where this was the dream.
Yeah.
I was it was just a static shot of like a wall. It was like backstage at a concert. Yeah. And all of a sudden, one of the guys from Black Eyed Peas walks into frame. Like the Native American guy.
Yeah.
And then he just looks at it was like it was like a camera. My perspective was from like a computer. And I look at him. So now I gotta have to use a talisman. But I know he's paused for a second, so I can do it. Or do I?
You do it.
If I was smart. Wait for him to jump, I guess? Yeah, there you go.
It just totally nonchalantly, the boss in the background threatening him.
So the Black Eyed Peas guy walks in frame, looks in the camera, and says, "You think I chose La Vida Loca?" And then he just repeats that a bunch of times because it goes back to the beginning. He walks in the frame and then like cuts like quickly. So like you think I chose La Vida Loca? It was like a 30-second dream, and then I woke up. And then I had to look up what La Vida Loca meant, and it's the good life. So it actually makes logical sense. This guy from Black Eyed Peas is saying, "You think I chose the good life? I had to work for it," or something like that.
Isn't it the crazy life?
No, that's Loco, isn't it? Oh, you're right, the crazy life.
Living like the Ricky Martin song.
No, you think I chose La Dolce? You think La Dolce Vida?
You're thinking of La Vida Loca because we were enjoying Ricky Martin's.
I misspoke. You think I chose La Dolce Vida?
Yeah.
I think is what it
Similar idea though.
Which is the good life.
Yes.
And so it would make more sense if you had said La Vida Loca, because I would actually have heard of that. I didn't even know. I must have heard it somewhere.
Yeah.
There was a movie called La Dolce Vida. I'd never seen it. So that was a dream.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's a weird dream.
It's very
nonsensical.
Lynchian.
Yeah.
You know, people always say that hearing about dreams are boring, and also that hearing about other people's fantasy sports teams are boring. And we've done both on this episode now, so this podcast. But I actually kind of like hearing about both of them.
Well,
I know I'm.
I can understand why I'd like to hear about.
People don't, but
I can understand why I'd like to hear about my dreams because they're very interesting. But you must understand I don't want to hear about your dreams.
Hey! While we were chatting, you just won.
Easy peasy.
Victory achieved. Yeah, not too hard, except for your having to use heal in battle twice. But
how many souls do I get from that?
25K.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that shows you the benefits of being a cleric. Because you would have died if you didn't have that, and you would have had to come back.
Yeah, you're right.
Because you use heal at least twice, and you're down below half each time.
It comes in handy if you're really bad at this game.
Yeah.
You ever heard, there's this guy, Scott Walker. He's a musician.
Okay.
He's come out with a new record. He's one of those guys that, like, every 10 years he'll make a record, like lengthy periods of no output.
Okay.
He used to be like a pop. He's American, but he was a big like pop star in the '60s in Britain. The Walker Brothers, they were called. But then, since like the '90s, he's come up with 3 records, which are all like avant-garde, very scary albums. Like one was called The Drift, one was called Tilt, and it's very like dark music.
Okay.
You might like it, I don't know. You probably would, but you like you probably like the tone of it.
Sure.
But he lyrically does a lot of stuff in his dreams. Apparently, he has very dark dreams.
Yeah.
Like one of them, he's dreaming about Mussolini as he was waiting to be executed. And I guess there's a story that because he gets like dragged around the city, right?
Yeah.
Behind like a carriage or something, and like a bird flies into his the room he's being held in. That was what the song was about. The other one was about Elvis Presley.
Here you find the shortcut.
Yep.
That you could have used.
You could use that. Sure. Elvis Presley's he had a younger brother, who, I think he may have even been like a twin brother who died in childbirth.
Okay.
Named Jesse. Apparently, he like all the way through his life, he would talk to Jesse. Like when he was alone, he would have like conversations with him.
Interesting.
So there's a song about that.
That sounds very unique.
Yeah. So there can be interesting dreams.
Yeah. I just think my dreams are pretty boring because they're basically
boring.
Maybe, but they're always just my worries manifesting themselves.
Yeah.
My worries are very mundane about school and stuff.
I think we both shared the same idea of a dream where you're back in high school. It's like you haven't graduated, or like you missed a course and you have to
I've done
do
that.
this, go to high school again.
And like high school is this big labyrinthine
Yeah.
maze that you don't understand.
And you wake up in like a cold sweat, like, oh my god, back in high school.
Oh, thank God. We've made it past and living productive
lives.
lives.
Who I hate? People who say that they enjoyed high school.
I did not enjoy it, but I wouldn't say I enjoyed it either. You know, I wouldn't go back, but I didn't like it. I wasn't depressed or I didn't hate it. But
I hate you.
Okay.
I think this is like the end. I'm
yeah.
for joy.
We made it. Joy.
I'm resting. Well, if we don't see you in the next couple weeks, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah,
but
Crazy Kwanzaa.
If you have ideas for what we could do,
keep them to yourself.
Yeah, because
we don't care.
We don't respond.